What's up, y'all? Top of the top. Welcome to a new video. Thank you for watching. Today's agenda, we literally got a day full of brake stuff. As you can see, we got the homies 2022 Corolla. We got my piece of shit daily VQ right here. As you can see, I ain't balling like that, so I'm just doing a simple rotor and brake pads for the recently painted calipers. You guys know I've done a couple videos on these. Don't need to keep showing you guys the same thing. It's the same process. You want to learn how to do it, go to my past videos. I have it on GS, I have it on my 4Runner. Just go to my past videos, or I'll drop a link in the description or somewhere here. Go watch that video on how to paint them. But yes, they're pink now. And yeah, it's the homie Lex. It's his Corolla. Follow him. It's a young Lex. I'll put it like right here somewhere. Young Lex. And then today he got a Wilwood 6-piston brake upgrade for the Corolla. Let her know why you got it, bro.
So basically, I got it for, actually gonna look hella clean. First of all, with the big calipers, and it's like sponsored by 2J. It's like a, how do you say that shit? Fucking collab with Wilwood.
So it's a project that 2J Racing or whatever the brand is called worked with on Wilwood. Brake kits for the Corolla, because as you guys can see, it's a platform that's starting to grow. Give them a quick rundown on it.
Just the front big brake kit though.
Give them a quick rundown on it, since like you're like fully modded, I guess. So let them know what's up.
It's full FBO, full bolt time. I got an AMT tune on it. You see, carbon fiber fender. Got the carbon fiber hood. And then got the ESR wheels. And then under the hood, got a little performance going on.
In case you guys were wondering what 1,000 horsepower looks like on these cars,
hell yeah.
this is what it looks. Nah, I'm just kidding. But for real, what else you got on the hood?
This is all 2J. Cold air intake. Got a throttle body spacer. Full EGR delete kit. Headers. Mid-pipe exhaust. That's pretty much it. Everything else is just exterior work.
Word, and let them know what you got on next year. For the people that may have
Exterior work.
Corollas.
Got the downforce solutions whole body kit.
Shout out to Downforce.
Yep. You know I had to run the banner. You feel me?
You know, normally on this channel we don't say company names unless they're paying for our shit, but I guess they're paying for his, so.
Then we got the side skirts. Then the rear diffuser, that shit. I love the rear diffuser. With the little carbon fiber duct bill.
Look.
Full carbon fiber trunk coming soon. Be on the lookout for that. And that's my 2022 Toyota Corolla Apex right here.
Y'all see it? You guys possibly will be seeing more of this car on the channel. And if not, you want to keep up with it on Instagram, like I said, I'll drop his Instagram here, however already. And yeah, if you guys like content for dailies, we got 2 right here. You guys know I got race cars, stuff like that. You can go follow me. You guys know what my stuff is. Here it is, in case you guys missed it again.
Yes, sir.
Take a screenshot of that, whatever you guys want to do. And yeah, pretty much we'll show you guys how to do the install on this. And I guess on this one, I almost unboxed it without showing you guys, but I know you guys love to see what we got, so I'll show you guys my slotted rotors, since you guys saw this man's slotted rotors already. I got them pre-powder coated, because you guys know when these rust, they look absolutely hideous. And these look like the fronts. As you can see, they all look the same. Powder coated center so they don't rust. And yeah, drilled and slotted. They're obviously directional. And that's what we got for the Jeep today. We already did the other side, so we're kind of cheating because we know what we're doing. But he'll show you right now when we're done. So it's 2 19s holding the brake caliper to the spindle. They're back here. I don't know if you can see it. So this one, that one, and this one at the bottom, holding the spindle, the caliper to the spindle. Once you get those off, Don't know why I'm struggling. You got one off. The other one's down here somewhere. Gotta get it off by hand. Keep marks out of it. Normally you could tie your caliper to your strut. I like to put it right there. 219s. If you're lucky, yours will have a bolt right here that you could tighten and it'll push the brake rotor in so you can push it out. We have to do the hard way. Basically, we're gonna hammer it out. So we're not gonna put a time lapse, but we'll get back to it when we're done hammering. Just know you gotta hammer it really hard before it comes off. And we're doing this today so we could get better cooling on our brakes, better brake wear. You guys will probably see this twice on my car and on his, but this is the old, rusty, not so good component versus the freshly powder coated, re-drilled, slotted component. So let's see side by side what they look like. This is a little bit lighter, but you really can't tell. But if you don't care about your car, at least it looks cool. So that's a plus. All right, so it's pretty straightforward. Match it up to your lug pattern. If you have the screw, which yours should come with it, put the screw back in there and then just reverse the process. Personally, as you guys can see, these bolts like to be really rusted. So what I like to do is put a little WD-40 on them. And then I get the caliper from the back, because that's the way you screw them in. Put some WD-40 on here too. And then so you could clean the threads, just screw in the bolt. If you're able to do it with your hand, that means it's good. If you're not able to do it with your hand, you're gonna do a lot of cleaning. Use a socket, clean it, just take it back out. Do it a couple times. I'm only gonna do it once because I got bonus coming for this car, so don't really need it. Compress your piston to your brake caliper. I have a special tool, but if you can, just find a way to do it. Compress it. Put your caliper back on. Are you uncomfortable, Don?
Nah, I'm trying to get this good angle.
Oh, for sure. Here, bro, you got one free hand. You're on camera duty now, too. Like I said, just attach it. I'm gonna charge you, but take it with me. Okay, like I said, you get your new brake pads that I don't have here. Obviously, don't be a dumbass. The curve of the brake pad goes with the curve of wheel. This one that has a little for the ABS sensor goes on the inside. Like that. You take out your little piston clip or whatever you want to call it. Put it like that. Then you put it back in. Tighten it. And after that, you just clean your workspace and you buy yourself new disc and new pads. All right, so as you can see, we're onto the front. Same process as the rears. You want to undo one so this part of the caliper slides up, preferably the bottom, so you can go like this and it won't put too much pressure on the line. Let's see if I can do it good the first time. No YouTube magic right there, just straight fucking can't catch muscle right there. 14, put it right here, set 14. You lift up the caliper. Don't mind these brake pads. I know they're basically brand new. But shout out to AutoZone. We stay finessing VatoZone, you know. Free pads for life, lifetime warranty. It doesn't matter. Put the caliper back on so it's not flying all over the place. You don't got to tighten it like crazy. And this is where it gets tricky. So hopefully you have an impact, because if you don't, I feel bad for you. You're gonna get a 7/8. I think in millimeters that's like a 21 or something. And these bolts right here, these big johns right here, this one and this one, I think it's, yeah, these two, you're gonna have to take off the caliper. You see how easy that was? One. You saw even a impact struggle. So if you're doing this by hand, I suggest a couple hours you're gonna be here fighting it. Maybe get your big homie, your fat friend, get a breaker bar, have him stand on it, do something, but you're gonna need the torque. So
facts.
You get both bolts off, then the caliper comes off. I like to hang it up here because why not, you know, YOLO. Luckily the fronts aren't like the rears. They come off pretty easy. And pretty much, yeah, you're gonna get the new one, slide it back on, and reverse the process, but we'll show you it right now. So here's the new one. As you can see, nice fucking drilled and slotted dads. Don't forget, every time you do anything brake related, get some brake cleaner, clean off all the greases and stuff like that, so your brake pads have a maximum bite. Obviously, just line up the holes. You put the caliper back, but before you do that, ideally, clean it out with some WD-40 that I don't have, so I'll be right back.
Look how good these look though, compared to the OEM ones.
So like I said, same as the rear, kind of clean them out here. Get, preferably if you got one that worked, that'd be kind of cool. This one's on its last like nuts, but whatever. Clean out the threads. These calipers don't see as much brake dust as the front, so you don't gotta clean out the threads on here unless you want to. I didn't do it because I'm hungry, trying to go get some food. Reverse engineer it. Doing this kind of blind, so don't mind me. Can't really see anything. So after you fully tighten them up, like I said, get yourself a wrench. You got a torque wrench, preferably that one. I'm a pretty strong dude, you know. Put up high PRs. Pretty hand tight. Some people could even strip them with your hands, so I suggest be very careful. And just know if I didn't tighten them long enough, then you guys will stop seeing content from me. And if you guys are wondering, I probably died. But let's hope that doesn't happen. Pretty tight. You're gonna loosen this back up. Put it back up for support. You're gonna have your brake pads that I am gonna struggle to take out. So before they called me, we got an interruption. The clip, it's like they call it the ABS clip, goes at the bottom. You just line it up. Mine, I don't know if I didn't line it up correctly. Oh, here it is. They should just seat in. That's one. That's, if I could get it in, will be two. Nope, that doesn't look right. What the fuck? Oh, no, there we go. So it was fine. My rotor was just falling off. As you can see, look at that. Titties. Anyways, so I don't know what kind of compressor tool you guys have. I have this. You just want to compress the piston. Just because obviously, like, when it comes out, you can't really tell just because this one doesn't need a lot of compressing. But if you can see it, yeah, you can kind of see it. You just compress it as tight as you can. I forgot to tell you guys this whole time, make sure that your brake reservoir is uncapped. Show them, it's right here somewhere.
Uncap. Right
Uncap it before you start. So you do that. Keep doing it till you can't no more. You put this back down. Smack it in a little bit of love. Find your 14. Put the 14 back on if it ever wants to go in. There you go. Same thing with these. Really as tight as you can. Don't over tighten them, but still pretty tight. They're brakes. I don't think I touched this one, but I'm gonna double check it. Tight. And tight. After that, you put on your wheel and you'll be done. If you want to see the finished product, here it is. And we'll show you guys once the car's on the ground with the wheels back on, and we'll get back to you there. So as you guys can see, this is what the new ones look like. This won't get rusty no more because it's black when you wash it. Cleaned up the calipers because I painted them. And now drilled and slotted. These are the rears. Come here to the front. Same thing, new pads, clean up the caliper, make it pop. Same black so it doesn't rust. Don't mind the wheels, don't mind the tires. I know they're very ashy. I don't know if you guys can hear. It's pouring outside. It's not very Southern California of us, but whatever. And yeah, just after that, close your brake master cylinder. Torque your lug nuts. And this is a big step that people don't remember. When you get in there, press your brake pedal so your piston could close. Because I've had people drive off and then the first brake doesn't brake. And I've seen them do like little fender benders. I've never done it. I've seen people do it. People I've hit my cars doing it. But just don't do it. Press the brake pedal. And I tend to forget. He knows. He's just starting to learn that I forget everything. So since I told you guys, I'm going to do it now. Your brake pedal is going to feel very squishy because you compress the pistons for the brake. But you give it like 1 pump, 2 pumps. On the third one, if you did your install correctly, your brake pedal should be very tight. Like the minute you press it, it should bite. This one, titties, absolute titties. And yeah, after that, not much. If you gotta flush your brakes or stuff, that's a whole different process. But yeah, that's done. Now we're gonna move on to the juicy stuff. We got Wilwoods, we got 2J Racing, and we got a Corolla with no front wheels that we gotta finish. But we'll be back after a food break because we don't eat. And yeah, we'll see you guys in a couple seconds because you guys are on YouTube. So.
Alright, so we're switching off now. Now it's my turn for the big brake kit. So you need a 14 to loosen this one right here. I already loosened it because I don't want to be struggling like this fool.
Hey bro.
And then you pull this back. Then you pop off the
brake
pads.
pad.
Take out those. Then you get the 17. And you gotta, first you put this one back so it don't be wiggling and shit. Then you take off these 2 bolts, one right here and then one right here. take it off. You could either set it, but what do we just hanged
We
it?
zip tied it off of the spring.
Yeah.
So we don't have no zip ties right here, but we. So basically, I would just off that lip to the spring. Just so it's out of the way temporarily.
Damn, bro. Hold up, we're having difficulties.
Hold on. Let me see. Go.
Yeah, there's like a two-man job right here.
Nah, dig, I've been doing this solo my whole life.
There.
And
Now
there you
it's the
have it.
same process as his. Gotta bang that.
So
till
these
it falls off.
tend to get seized on here because the brake dust gets in between the little grooves in here. So if you're lucky, you could like literally wiggle yours off. We're not. So we're gonna spend a couple minutes hammering it and we'll get back to you guys once this comes off. So we've been smacking it for a little bit, but we feel it coming. So as you can see, look, we have all the smack marks right here. Ideally, if you have nothing back here, you want to smack from the back, and sometimes it would work like they did this time. And yeah, basically these, wouldn't recommend reusing them because like they're all hammered, stuff like that. Just toss them, do whatever you want with them. Ideally, you want to get some brake parts cleaner, clean all right here. If you're doing this install specifically, we don't know if we're gonna cut or remove the shield yet, but we'll tell you guys once we get there. But essentially, this is what you start off with. All right, so excuse the mess, because you know, master technicians need a lot of stuff with them. But when you get these two-piece rotors, it's gonna be this piece and this piece. When you get the rotors, the machine part is the inside of the rotor. The flat part is the outside. This is like a cap. So it's sunken in on the inside. That also equals the inside. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna place it on top, but then you're gonna put the bolts through the back. The T40 bolts that are torqued to like 40 pounds, I believe. But they give you some whack instructions. So 2J, if you somehow ever watch this, just make better instructions, you know? But yes, so you're gonna torque the bolts to 85 inch-pounds, whatever that is. I don't know what that's in feet pounds actually, but 85 inch-pounds is what these are torqued to according to 2J Racing. And then there's another problem. I don't know if this is our kit or this is all of them, but they give you a machine bracket to fit on the Wilwood caliper. On the instructions, it says that the logo has to be facing the motor, but that didn't work out whatsoever. Like the caliper was too far off and it just kind of was whack. So we reached out to a fellow friend, and then they told us that on his kit, his worked with the logo facing out. And then when we tried it, ironically, it ended up working for us too. So if you get the 2019 and up, that's what it is? If you get the 2019 and up big brake kit from 2J, just know that this is what the caliper is supposed to look like. We don't know if they machined this wrong or something, but the little nub goes right here on the front side of the spindle with the washer in between, and then the bolt, the 17-inch bolt, gets threaded from the back. And that's how this goes. And that's how it's properly has fitted for this kit. Whether this is correct on yours or not, we do not know. But as of right now, for ours and the friend that we reached out to, even his was like this. And this is the proper way to install it. And then you torque these two, I think like a couple feet-pounds of torque as well. But yeah, just so we had to let you guys know, because we were here struggling for 30 minutes thinking we got the wrong kit or it was whack or whatever. But this is how it's supposed to go. And we'll keep updating you guys as we keep going. So we're on to installing the caliper and the rotor now. But before you install this, you want to install the brake pads onto the caliper. So the way you do it is, I don't know if you guys can see in there, there's like a little clip that you want to take out. Let's see if I can do it first try for you guys. I can't. So right here, second try. You should go sub for that, to be honest. And then once you take it off, you just slide the pin out like that, and then you'll slide the brake pad in. Obviously it's not gonna fit because it's like that, but you slide it in and this little hole will fit in the little clip like this, and then you get it. And then I'll show you when it's done. So we're gonna install the rotors, and before you do, the rotors are gonna come with like a little arrow, and the arrow indicates like the front of the car. So for instance, the arrow's pointed this way, that means this, it's on this side, which is the driver's side, and then you'll put it in, just match the holes with the holes, get a lug nut, so you don't have to be like putting your foot down here or something like that. Preferably on a stud that's not rusted. And you tighten the lug nut. Clean your studs if they're rusty, please. Don't be like us. Don't struggle. As you can see, this sounds like my knees on a cold day. You don't want your studs to sound like that. Once you struggle, get it on. You're gonna get your caliper. You're gonna get your caliper. Same thing. The calipers have an arrow on them. The arrow indicates where the bleeder screw is supposed to be at, which is supposed to be the highest point of the brake, which is on top, which is here. Arrow faces up, so therefore this caliper goes on this side, which is the driver's side. You're gonna get the caliper, and I already messed up, but I'm gonna space out the brake pads, and then you're gonna line up the holes like that. It's gonna go behind the caliper like that. You're gonna get your bolt with the washer. The washer's gonna go on the bolt like this, and then you're gonna get Loctite that you're gonna put on right now. So drop the flashlight and put some Loctite on. Just a little dab, not too much, don't go crazy. And you're gonna do it on both. And then once you get it on, the first one, second one should be kind of easy, just due to the fact that it's already hanging on. One more thing is they say that they don't run a dust shield. Bruh, I don't know why they would say that. I would cut it out, but the thing is, why cut out something that you're still using, you know? That's perfectly fine, and it doesn't scrape or rub anywhere. I don't know if you guys can see. All around here, there's clearance. Look, there's still clearance here. The more you go around, there's clearance all over. It's tight down here. Wait. Twist your arm out a little bit more. No, your wrist. Twist it out. No, out. Forward. Up. All right there. Don't move. So there's a little bit of a clearance issue right here. It's not an issue. Look at that. You could feel like a finger in there. So that's more than enough space. But besides that, they told you to get rid of it. We're going to keep it because OEM has it. You know, we don't got to get rid of it. Do not get rid of it. And yeah, that's as far as we got in right here. We'll show you once we install the line. It's going to get a little bit messy because there's going to be brake fluid everywhere. We're going to have to bleed this. That's going to suck. But good or reliable. All right. So the next step is you get the fitting to the brake line. And then it's going to be the flat side, not the pointed side, because the pointed side goes to the brake line. You're going to get it. You could either put Teflon tape. In this case, we're putting Loctite, because that's what it said. Put a little bit, then like spread it out. As you can see here, make sure you get good coverage. Oh shit. Don't spill it, because this is expensive.
$10 for that little bottle.
Literally, bro. Did you see the big one? The big one's like $40. All right. Then you're going to get it. You're going to, oh shit, not do what I'm doing. You're going to, God, motherfucking damn. You're going to put it into your caliper. If it ever wants to go in. Jesus Christ. Oh, I got it. So you're going to put it into your caliper and be mindful because it does not go all the way in. I don't know if you want to get the flashlight and show them the other side, but the other side is done. And then see how it is. That's as tight as it goes.
That's how tight it goes. Right there. You can still see the...
They say to use a wrench. I personally did not use a wrench because you're going to be there wrenching forever. If you want to know, it's an 11mm socket. And then you just tighten it till it gets so tight with your weak hand that you can't tighten it no more. And then that's it. You don't want to strip it. You don't want to break it. Because if you break it, you're going to have to do a whole mess to get the rest of the fitting out. Like you can see, it's starting to get tight on me. Starting to get really tight on me. I'm going to get my weak hand. Put it here. My strong hand here just so it doesn't slip. Then it go down. Come back up a little bit. Go down. Then you're going to feel it get tight. As you can see, I'm pushing on it, getting nowhere. And with my weak hand, that's it. And then that's how much it goes in. It's basically like half of the threads, but with how tight it is, it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't leak. The blue Loctite should create like almost a seal. And then yeah, after this, you're gonna get your brake line. You're gonna attach it to this side. There's gonna be like a side here. You're gonna detach. I don't know if you guys can see it from down there, but it's on this side. You're gonna detach it from here. And then yeah, we'll show you guys once we get to this step. Alright. So like I said, we're back. We just finished tidying this up. So this end is the one that goes here. I'm gonna just keep tightening it, finger tight as we can. Keep going. Once it gets tight. So you're gonna need an 11mm wrench. And you're just gonna use it to tighten it. Obviously don't tighten it ridiculously amount, just enough where it won't bleed. I got brake fluid in my mouth. Ew. Yeah. Like I said, don't over tighten it. You could crack the fitting. That's gonna leak. You don't want it to leak. Same thing as normal. Just make sure it's tight enough. And this is where it's gonna get interesting. So we're gonna use the OEM brake line, because obviously this is gonna go right here. So you wanna get rid of this line first, and that's a 14mm. So we'll go here, loosen this up. Don't lose the bolt because you're gonna reuse this. Also be very careful because there's a bunch of like wheel sensors and stuff like that you don't want to break, because if you break them, that's a hard time. You loosen up the brake line, which I think is already loose. It was never even tightened to begin with. This motherfucker. And then you're gonna loosen this one. So you want an adjustable wrench for the new one, so don't mind that yet. You're gonna need a 10mm, which is right here, and try to be fast because it will start pissing. Come on, dog. Alright, as you guys can see, it already started to piss out. And when I say she squirts, she fucking squirts. You're about to see how wet we're gonna get. Pause on all that though. You might have a hard time loosening this just because everything's gonna be wet. Once you get it pretty loose, there's gonna be a clip here that you might struggle with, just because we struggle with it as well. Just get a flathead, get like a mallet, and just try to knock it out of place. Might be kind of seized. As you can see, we're having trouble with it. Just try to knock it loose. can see, she's a little squirter. There you go. Once you get it out, clip comes out. Keep loosening this. Hopefully you're able to do it by hand. If not, get your 10 mil wrench. And just keep loosening till she starts pissing out hella, which is still not there yet. Oh shit. Oh my bad, bro. Just nutted all over your face. And then you guys get your OEM line.
Shit's dripping.
New line. You tighten it as much as you can by hand, just so you kind of plug it up. As you can see, we tighten it so it's plugging up. Don't forget your clip that comes with the kit. It looks something like this. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's something like this. Kind of slide it back like the old one was. Use like a mallet. Once it's on there nice and tight, preferably even. You're gonna get a rag if you have an extra one, which we do not. But we'll use this. Kind of clean it up for right now. You're gonna get your adjustable wrench. You're gonna adjust it to the size of the bottom, which I already had it, because you know I know how to tell sizes. And not because we did the other side already. But then you're just gonna keep tightening it till obviously it's tight enough that you won't leak. Don't over tighten it. You don't want to expand the fitting because then it's gonna leak inevitably. Don't over tighten it because it could crack. Don't drop your wrench. But make sure it is tight, because at the end of the day, if this leaks, you got no brakes, and you got no brakes. Well, let's just say that you might have no car after that. You might not live after that either, but you know, if you're into that, by all means. So you just keep tightening it. It kind of takes a while, because like there's no easy way of doing this, to be honest. And yeah, I don't know why mine's struggling. There you go, just keep holding it. It's kind of an annoying process. But this is probably the time I should tell you guys, go subscribe to the channel. I check my analytics. Some of you guys watch, don't even be subscribed. Come on, help your boy out. I know you guys like to see G content, Z content, now Corolla content, whatever content you guys want to see. Subscribe so I can keep dropping bangers, you know? At the end of the day, we just out here broke boys trying to make it out one day at a time. Eating ramen Monday through Friday, spending your whole check on car parts, starving, your girlfriend leaves you because you got no money to take her out. Then after that, your dog fucking dies because you couldn't feed him. Before you know that, you're lonely with a race car. But you know what? Because it's better to cry in a fully built car than on a bus. So, as you can see, this is tight. And now we're just going to clean it off. And we're going to start the very annoying process of trying to... You're going to have someone in there pumping. You're going to check the reservoir, make sure that it's always topped off. But you guys are going to pump it 3 times. On the 3rd time, he's going to hold it. I'm going to crack this, and then it's going to jizz a little bit. And then it's going to jizz a little bit. And then we're going to stop till it starts coming out a lot. Because that's when we know there's little to no air in the brake lines. And yeah, one last thing I just forgot now talking to you guys. We're going to use this part to attach it to the OEM brake lines, which tends to be kind of hard. And what makes it harder is the fact that I don't know where the bolt is at to begin with. But yeah, this brake fitting kind of sucks, to be honest. If I'm keeping it 100%, kind of sucks.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it doesn't fit properly, or we don't know, we got the wrong one or something, but
we don't know if the OEM thing is weird or just
this one's weird.
Or just fucking, yeah.
Stop cussing, I gotta keep editing that out.
I forget.
Of course you do, dog. And like you guys see, these lines are really hard, so I'm kind of fighting them right now.
Like they're hard.
That's what she said. But just imagine it goes like this. So it ties into your OEM location, and it goes like this with the bolt thread on the other side. And yeah, besides that...
And then you just give it some free play so it won't
so it won't bind while you're driving and then cause you to not have brakes. But besides that, you just put that shit here, put this in here, and yeah.
Pretty much it.